20 questions with
Brett Vadset.
Hi, Brett. Welcome to 20 Questions with. How are you today?
Hey, Frank. Good. I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm great. Okay, Brett, now here we go with your 20 random questions starting from now. Have you ever swum with dolphins?
Wow. Okay, that's a good question. Actually, I did. For my birthday this year in May, I went with a few friends down to Mexico. I'm kind of an avid scuba diver. And so I went down there for a couple of days and the Pacific side of Mexico. And actually, I was able to swim with dolphins in a natural environment off a boat. It was a tour. And they weren't encaged or, stuck in a pool or anything like that. They're actually in the ocean in this group of biologists, marine biologists, who take you out on a tour, and you go out and you see the dolphins, and you get close, and we all jump in, and I was actually able to swim very close to one. We didn't get to handle or anything like that, because you don't want to do that in the natural territory. But yeah, it got amazingly close, and one jumped and did a flip all by itself, and it was pretty an amazing thing. I'd never seen dolphins in their natural environment before, and even scuba diving for the years that I've been doing it. But yeah, they're amazing creatures, really, really beautiful.
I would love to see them up close. I've never seen dolphins live, so that would be a real experience. That would, yeah.
Yeah. I highly recommend it for everyone, because it really gives you a deep sense of how vast and amazing the ocean can be.
But I would definitely like you did, Brett. I would prefer to see them in a natural environment rather than in like a freak show, that you pay money to go and see them do tricks and stuff.
Yeah. That's we had the opportunity to that in Mexico, but I was like very adamant about it. I was like, no, I do not want to support that. Yeah.
I don't blame you. What are some unusual places you've been to?
Oh gosh, I guess the most unusual places, I'm gonna have to go back to nature, I think, was down in Mexico, another place down in Mexico on the Pacific, or on the Atlantic side, in the Caribbean, down by Playa del Carmen, which is near Cancun, down below Cancun, a little less touristy. Did this tour of cenotes, which are these huge natural caverns, and they're mammoth. I'd say about 40, 60 feet wide, some of them, and they're natural, just holes in the ground that go all the way down. And some people dive them. I wouldn't dive them. But you can jump off these boards and go in. You can do a Google search of Mexican cenotes. That's spelled with a C. And they're amazing to me, just the natural wonders. Some of the other, I guess, a non-natural wonder was when I was in Thailand about 2.5 years ago, right after the election of the current guy that's in our White House. I had to take a break, and I took a 3-week sabbatical to get spiritually connected again, and went to Thailand on a solo trip, and went up north past Chiang Mai, about a 2-hour drive away from there, up in the mountains. This huge 30-story tall Kuan Yin, which is a Buddhist goddess, and it was amazing. I saw it from, I think, about 5 miles away, and we got closer and closer, and got to the base of her, and got to take an elevator all the way up, and in her third eye, on her forehead, was an observation view of the whole valley, and so it's moments like that, and cenotes and things like that, kind of reconnecting spiritually and connecting to nature, that I really have a real close connection to.
What is your favourite meal?
Oh, dessert or food? Yes.
Well, anything really, but I suppose main food, I guess, main meal, yeah.
Oh God, I'm a carnivore. I love steak. I love a really good steak. I've lessened my red meat intake just because of the environment. But I'd say I'd have red meat once or twice a month now. But and usually chicken, fish. But yeah, I enjoy really good fish too, salmon, because I'm from Seattle originally, so I love salmon.
Yeah.
Vegetable, I love bok choy, and I love salads. But dessert, I'm going to throw this in even though you didn't quantify the difference.
That's all right.
I love three-berry pie, things like that. Cherry pie. Of course, I'm a Twin Peaks fan myself.
Well, of course, yeah. I mean, if you're from that area, I'd be very surprised if you didn't, you didn't try cherry pie at some point.
Exactly. Blueberry, raspberry, boysenberry, all that kind of stuff.
Oh, sounds nice, man. Yeah. Would you have that with ice cream or with cream or anything like that on it with it, or?
I love dairy. It just doesn't love me. So, my body reacts not very well to it. And, so I don't take anything to supplement that to try to force my body. But a good almond dessert, some kind of frozen almond, almond ice cream or something like that. Yeah, I would do that. But I try to stay away from dairy. Unfortunately, my body can't do it.
Yeah. Do you believe in ghosts? And if so, have you ever seen one?
I do believe there is a realm beyond what we can see. And spirits, I do, I'm a Buddhist. I'm a practicing Buddhist for over 30 years now. Tibetan Buddhism is what I study. And I believe in past lives. I've seen it with my own son, my 12-year-old son, when he was young, talking about things that there was no way he could have known about, and talking about he used to do this and used to do that. And so I've seen that, and I do believe there are spirits that are in a third realm or fourth realm or a different realm that we can't necessarily see, and I've experienced a couple of times in my life where I've definitely felt a specific energy, and nothing out of my own, doing of trying to will something or think about something and then feel like they're present. It was more of like just a visceral body reaction to an entity or a feeling. And I'm very suspicious and very cautious of ever thinking about that stuff because I'm very skeptical and I question. But I've definitely had experiences like that. So yeah, I do believe in it.
What was the last song you listened to?
Oh, gosh. Last song. It was probably the one that I can remember, or the one that, I would say my son is really into the Beatles right now. He's playing guitar, classical guitar, and he just started this rock band with his teacher, his classical guitar teacher. So he's been playing a lot of Let It Be and Beatles, and I'm a huge Beatles fan from the 70s, and so yeah, Let It Be, and he's been singing a lot of Beatles tunes, and I kind of chime in with him when he's practicing, which he doesn't necessarily like because he's supposed to be practicing them, but I can't help it. I love it. It's just classic stuff.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think, I like music, like Sir Sly is one of my favorite bands, and some of the most modern stuff. I listen to Pandora a lot. So, kind of ethereal stuff. I really like that kind of music.
What is your favourite animal?
I would say, I mean, I love dogs. I'm a dog person.
Yeah.
I like cats too. They like me, but I prefer dogs. Yeah, I also really, really enjoy anything ocean oriented because I'm a scuba diver. So I really like, I love turtles. Turtles are unbelievable, amazing creatures to me. They're just so gorgeous and beautiful, and when they're swimming in their natural habitat. And, seahorses and jellyfish. Those are the three, aquatic animals that just melt me. I just love those animals. They're just so graceful and beautiful. Yeah. So,
if aliens landed outside your house, what would be the first thing that you'd say to them?
probably try to welcome them and, try to offer them to come in and maybe have a cup of tea or coffee. And try to have a conversation with them. Interview them basically. Where are you from? Have you been here before? You know who we are, what we do. Try to be welcoming as much as possible. Without, obviously, unless they're endangering me.
Yes, you don't know, yeah.
But I would naturally assume that they would, just normally just come in peace or be curious as much about me or us in this world as much as I am about them.
What was your favourite childhood toy?
G.I. Joe. I was big into G.I. Joe and, like, staging, things. I mean, I grew up alone in a farm. Both my parents worked. My dad worked at Boeing up in Seattle, and my mom worked as a real estate agent. To be able to put both my son and my brother and through school, and and so I had a lot of time alone. So I would play with army men and stage, things either in the barn or by the creek, and G.I. Joe, and just pretend a lot too. That's probably why I got into the theater world. So I was very comfortable being in imaginary worlds.
Yeah. The equivalent to your G.I. Joe in America over here, it was Action Man, it was called.
Okay, yeah.
Which was like a very famous, toy, a military toy, a military doll type, for kids with all the accessories and all that stuff. And Action Man, his eyes would, they had a thing in the back of his head which could make his eyes go from left to right and all that.
Wow.
It would move. They would move. They would move around. Yeah, like so he was like observing everything. that kind of stuff. He had a little scar down the side of his cheek, so he's been in through battle a bit. Right. And that was our famous kind of version of that really over here. That most kids had in the 70s as toys. Most boys. Yeah.
That's excellent. Yeah.
So I remember that very well. Yeah.
Yeah, G.I. Joe art, you had a G.I. Joe, there was a Big Jim too. Big Jim had a scar on his cheek, but, the G.I. Joe that everybody coveted was the grip. It was like an upgraded version with the grip where he would be able to hold a pistol or a gun, and then there was a karate version too, a karate chop version. The back where you'd flip this flick, switch, back and forth, and you would karate chop. And it was like so cool.
I remember my friend had the evil Knievel Doll.
Oh yeah,
that was fantastic, man. I used to love watching that. And he had the little like ramp where the bike would fly off the top of it. He'd be sitting on his bike, and you'd have like an electric like track thing, and then he'd shoot off the ramp. It was brilliant.
Yeah, I remember, I think I had something similar to that where you'd wind it up and then you released it and he would ride off. And the thing that always disappointed me with that one that I had was, it was either an Evel Knievel or some type of, generic version of it. But the things that they did on the commercials, I could never replicate. And I was so frustrated by that. It was like, why can't I replicate exactly what they're doing on the commercial? And, I would try to stage it exactly right. And it's like, I was a little disappointed. Like, why can't it do exactly like it's supposed to in the commercial?
Yeah, we used to fall off the edge of the track or something, or tip over, didn't it? It never did quite what you wanted it to.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
you know. What is your favourite alcoholic beverage?
I actually don't have a favorite one. Because I've actually I've been sober for almost coming up on 12 years.
Oh, wow.
March next year. Yeah. So when I was drinking, it was definitely vodka and Red Bull.
Oh, that's quite a combination, that one. Oh.
Yeah.
That's the fierce one, yeah.
Yeah, it kind of hit both sides. To you wouldn't feel the slugginess of the alcohol with the Red Bull and vice versa. But But yeah, no, my drinking career is over. Thank God. I'm much better for it. And but I still have friends that go out. And, I'm the designated driver. And I'm the person that keeps my, as you would say, the blokes. Keep them safe.
That's it. Yeah. What do you like to do to relax?
For me, relaxing can be either. Usually, when I come home, I kind of detach from electronics and stuff like that. And I live a block from the beach, so I go out to the beach or try to reconnect with nature. I meditate on a regular basis. Meditation is a really great way for me to detach, from whatever I might be going through that day, that minute, that hour, and just quiet my mind through meditation, which has been a really powerful tool for me. And connecting with nature, the ocean, going for a hike in the mountains. Here in Los Angeles, there's some great hiking areas.
Yeah.
Yeah, try to reconnect with nature. That's my biggest thing.
That's good, man. If you could invite one famous person from history to dinner, who would it be and why?
Let's see, from history. I mean, he's historic, but he's still alive. I'd say the Dalai Lama. The Dalai Lama I would really like to sit down and have a good meal with. He's still alive and still doing great. But, yeah, that's somebody I would really, and I've gone to so many of his teachings here in Los Angeles over the years. And he's just a fascinating person. You can find a lot of stuff on YouTube and a lot of his interviews and, the universal religious conferences that he put together years ago in Arizona and things like that. He's just really fascinating to me. He's so humble and he's very knowledgeable, and he's just kind of, he's just a really fascinating person I'd really like to meet, have a meal with.
Yeah, sounds good. Yeah, I agree. I imagine he's very fascinating to talk to. What's the best piece of advice you've ever been given?
I've been given a lot. I just don't necessarily always apply it at first.
Yeah. I hear you.
I'm a little stubborn like that. But I always remember good advice because, whether it's a couple of days or a couple of years later, it's like, somebody told me that. Why didn't I listen back then? But I would say the best piece of advice that somebody told me, and it finally sunk in, I think a long time ago, but not that long ago, I guess, was just be easy on myself, Take it easy, I'm my own worst critic. I can really be hard on myself, more so than anyone else can. And I think that's expanded my heart, my mind, but old habits are hard to break. And so I can catch myself now when I'm being too self-critical. I think it's good to be critical, but at the same time, too self-critical can also can stop change, grand growth, and So that's the biggest piece of advice that I keep trying to tell myself, and I teach my son that too.
Yeah. The beach or the woods? I think I know which one you're going to say, but
Yeah, I mean, listen, I appreciate both of them very much. I mean, when I go up to Seattle, I always, my parents' farm and stuff like that, we go for hikes in the wood. I just love the trees and the moss on the side in Seattle there with the rain and everything. It's just so gorgeous and green. But yeah, the ocean, I guess because I wasn't around it as much, I think the ocean, now that I live next to it, and obviously I try to spend a lot of time. Any trip I take, I try to incorporate scuba diving in one source or another. It's an amazing world of creatures, and it's just an amazing world down there. And it's a huge part of our planet. It's just really...
a massive amount. There's more water, I think, than anything. Yeah. Yeah,
exactly. 2/3 ocean, I think.
Huge. It's huge, yeah.
I'm going off of very, very thin statistics here, so don't But yeah, there's a lot. It's a lot, and it's just amazing to me. So yeah, I guess because I wasn't around it as much as a kid, because I was around more trees and green, and I would say the ocean. Yeah.
Name one country you'd like to visit that you haven't already.
That I haven't already.
Yeah.
So on my bucket list, I really would like to go to Spain. I've heard tremendous things about Spain, and I love that warmth of the Latin culture. I went to South America last Thanksgiving. I went to Costa Rica, and I love that South American. Everybody's very warm. It's just a really loving culture, and so I'd like to go to Spain just to experience the food there. And of course, there's diving down there too. But yeah, so Spain and Argentina too. Argentina I would like to check out, even though there's some problems they're having now down there now. And Australia. I'd like to check out Australia, but I haven't been there either.
Again, amazing diving for you down there in Australia. Yeah.
I mean, it's in New Zealand too. New Zealand, I think, because of just of the movies that were shot down there, and the beautiful, oh God, it's just, I've got all the box sets of all the Tolkien movies.
Lord of the Rings and Hobbit and all that, yeah.
And I love the...
beautiful scenery there, amazing. Yeah.
And the Cook Islands too, scuba diving down there. Cook Islands, a lot of people don't know about, but they're, above New Zealand there. So, someday.
Yeah, so you definitely have to definitely put that on the bucket list, yeah. What is your favourite film?
I mean, so that's going to be difficult. I mean,
you can name a couple if you like, if you've got sort of genres that you particularly like as well,
it's going to sound extremely cliche, but I mean, Eraserhead was when I was in high school and seeing Eraserhead. It's going to sound really cliche, but I really, when I saw Eraserhead, I was like, it was like my mind, like an explosion in my brain. I was just like, what is this?
Yeah.
And I think it was a double billing too. It's at the New Art Theater there in the University District of Seattle. But yeah, I'm a huge Kubrick fan too, as well as Lynch. Kubrick is just, he's just amazingly talented, or was an amazingly talented storyteller, director. And I like just like Lynch, I like his visual sensibility.
Yes.
Just how you can tell a story with visuals is just really, and not rely on dialogue and not rely on the storyline as much as you can with just the visual eye. Those two filmmakers are just my all-time favorites, and I've got books on both of them, obviously. And I was lucky enough to work with one of them.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
which is great. But yeah,
So what film particularly by Kubrick stands out, amongst the others to you, if you can pick one?
I'd say, well, Lolita was amazing because of I just thought that was an amazingly done, and I'm a huge Peter Sellers fan. Huge. Peter Sellers.
Yeah, he was great. He really was. Yeah.
Yeah. So I remember as a kid coming home in high school, grade school, coming home to an empty house and watching Peter Sellers, and all the early studio movies, and just being amazed, like, wow, that's the same guy playing 4 different characters, like the mouse that roared. But anyways, I'm deviating to add. But yeah, so yeah, I would say definitely Lolita, and then Full Metal Jacket for me, I think, is the quintessential war film.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like the beginning, middle, and an end of the transformation that they make from boot camp through war and the end of the war. It's just that's an amazing film to me. Even though I never served, I have a lot of friends that have.
If you were stranded on a desert island,
mm-hmm.
What one item would you like to have with you?
One item, wow. I guess a knife, so I could fish with it. I could cut some plants to be able to squeeze some water out of it. Try to build something. Yeah, a knife, I guess. A water purifier, I guess, would be next. Way to filter water, salt water. Yeah, and the first and only item, I guess, would be, definitely a knife.
Yeah, in that situation, I could understand how that's really, really important to have. Yeah,
Right. I guess the more practical modern way is a cell phone, so I can call somebody, tell them where I'm at.
They say, can I order a pizza?
Yeah. Yes, you deliver.
Yeah. Yeah. It might take 3 weeks, but yeah. Okay, Brett, if you had a superhero power, what would it be and why?
Superhero power. Let's see. I think the superpower would be to be able to, like, at any point, will to another person the ability to see compassion.
Yes.
Like if I saw somebody, getting upset because they're tired at their kid and you're yelling at their kid, to be able to push that compassion to that person, to be able to realize how they're affecting that person, and how their actions have consequences. I guess that would be that's the superpower. Some days,
yeah.
A lot of others are like, wow, I wish that person could. In a non-judgmental way, but in a way that would enlighten them and be able to, and there's days that I need to do that too.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Certainly far from perfect. I'm still a work in progress, like I think all of us are.
All of us are, yeah. Well, yeah, that's right. We're just trying to find our place, aren't we? Or make sense of things out of this convoluted rock that we're on. It's not easy. It's not easy. It's not easy. What was your best subject at school?
Besides talking around and not having done my homework.
Yeah.
My best subject was theater because that's because I was diagnosed with dyslexia at an early age, and so I always had a hard time with formal education. I learned to adapt, with that, like most people do with that. It never goes away, but yeah, theater for me, be able to was the thing that I really pursued at an early age when I was like 8. And it gave me a lot of solace and comfort. And it allowed me to really find my voice that I didn't think I had, because my self-confidence was low because of my mathematics and things like that, reading and things like that were difficult for me. But theater was my place to escape and really find myself and use other people's words to find my own voice too.
Yeah,
So.
yeah. I understand that. I really do. Who would you like to be stuck in an elevator with?
Wow. I would hate to be stuck in an elevator just in general, but
I've had an experience like that, but I won't talk about it now. But it wasn't very pleasant for me.
And this goes to the island thing too. I guess I would like to have an elevator repair person right there, but
yeah, that would be handy. Yeah.
But withstanding that, I guess, I guess I wouldn't know how much time confined in that elevator either. But it would have to be somebody. I'm just playing through this in my mind. It would have to be somebody that I would enjoy speaking with and talking to and being able to be quiet with. It's like being stuck in a car on a long trip. I would say I wouldn't be mind stuck in an elevator with my son.
Yeah.
I'd love to be stuck in an elevator with my son because it would be time well spent. Make stories up and joke and create characters like we do, do little plays and things like that. And talk about life and I guess it would be my son.
That's a great choice, Brett. Yeah. Do you think that dreams have meanings?
Oh yeah, definitely. I think dreams. I think dreams are very, very important because they're your subconscious mind.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, they're your subconscious mind that's coming out when it's completely at rest, and it's I think it's your mind releasing thoughts and playing them out in possible, the possibilities of what your conscious mind during the day is thinking about.
Absolutely. Well, that, Brett, is your 20 questions.
That's it? Oh, wow. I thought, okay, I wasn't counting.
I'm glad, because that means you were relaxed. If you were counting them, I'd be worried. You'd be going like, why don't you shut up?
No, they're great questions, though. Those are great. Caught me off guard a number of times. I was like, I don't know the answer to any of that stuff. It's good.
Brett, thank you so much for joining me on this as well. It's been a pleasure.
Hey, the pleasure's all mine. Thank you so much, Frank. I love it.
And thanks, guys, for listening as well. We'll be back with more 20 questions very soon. Until then, take care.